Okay, it says we're live. Coming to you through the power of YouTube, internet streaming. It is I, Mr. B to the G, and excited to hang out with you today. There we go. I'll mute myself, and I'm back in the classic position. It looks like it's off a little bit. What's happening? I'm so glad you made it today. Uh, really just having fun creating and thought I'd hang out with you today, share some thoughts and ideas on how you can move forward, grow your channel, and really try to find fulfillment in the process of creating content for yourself as well as other people. I just would love to ask, like, where are you at right now in your journey? Have you been doing this for years? Are you brand new? Are you feeling a little burnt out? Are you ready to quit? I need to play this YouTube game a bit better because anybody knows that the correct title for a live stream or a YouTube video is quitting YouTube. I guess I blew it, but regardless, would love to know where is the, oh, why is that? Huh, when that pops up, I can't see the comments. Maybe if I go back over here to StreamYard, there we go. Urban van life. Urban van life is poking fun at me. Back in the day, I need to get it again because it was bad. It was badass. It was awesome. I had a sock on my microphone because it's a good pop filter. And, sometimes it's just not about buying additional gear. It's just using what you got to move forward. I found a black sock, so it matched just fine. Susie, good to see you. Neil, what is going on? Thomas, nice to have you here. Wealth generation strategies. What is going on? Says Scuttlebutt is the way to go. And then who else? T. Ryan, learn bikes. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. People dropping in. It's great to have you guys here. Field Guide DIY with Eddie. Fantastic. Glad to have you guys on board. Looks like my flickering is oh, there it is a little bit. You guys don't see flickering though, do you? It's so interesting. I noticed on StreamYard I get a bit of flicker, but on the YouTube page, everything is working as it should. Checking all the tabs, everything looks like as it should. Back in YouTube Studio, checking the monetization buttons. All these buttons. So many buttons. 25 people here, already 2 likes. You guys are the best. Thank you. What is going on? Miss Valentine, welcome. Chantil, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I tested out a few times. I got to let you guys know. I have a content creation problem and I can't stop trying new things. I've got a huge green screen set up over here. I've recorded 2 videos twice. So I've recorded 2 videos 2 times for a total of 4 videos because of math. And we got some popping going on with the looks like I froze. Did I freeze? No, looks like that's just YouTube. Anyway, yeah, I've been testing a lot of new things out and playing with the AI. You've seen that in some of my videos. Been playing with a green screen. I decided that I just like the look of my own video, some nice lenses, Sony glass, a little bit of bokeh, some nice exposure settings. And so that's what I did. I filmed using a green screen. I'm like, nope, it's too campy. It's not quite for me. I'm going too far in one direction. I need to bring it back to the center core of what I'm about, which is great video. Still really excited about AI, but anyway, I think it's always for me a balance of just having fun and learning and testing, but also moving forward. And that's why I refilmed again. Pamela made it this time. Wonderful. And Homekeeping channel is here. What is going on? Robert G in the house. Amazing. All the cool kids have made it, including Doug. And just hats off to Doug and Chantel and all the amazing people that help us mod our live streams. Courageous painting. Man, I love that. A painter. Wow. So talented. Guys, I wanted to hop on today. And first of all, I'm just excited to be doing a live stream. This live stream is sponsored by the good people at Opus Clip. I have been using Opus Clip for a while now, and I love that I can create a live stream just like I'm doing now, run it through Opus. It edits my clips for me automatically. So I don't have to spend a ton of time, and I can create content that's quality content and still push out shorts. And I'm really grateful for that brand partnership with a great company. I don't do a lot of brand partnerships, but Opus has been great. Shout out to them. Doug says, morning all. Doug, welcome. Good to have you here. It's afternoon here, Doug. I had an interview earlier today with Desiree. I had a partner meeting with folks at Opus. Oh goodness, I filmed the two videos, refilmed the two videos earlier, and now I'm live streaming. So it's been a busy day. And let me do this. Let me increase the text size a little bit. That looks nice. It looks pretty good, huh? And I got the new t-shirt. I'm sporting some David Bowie merch. I got some of my own merch in a box. I really just need to unbox it because I've got this thing in my head where, well, I'll open the box when I'm ready to film it, and then I'll have B-roll. But oh goodness, I don't even know where I'm looking around in my shelving. Howdy from Cape Town, South Africa. Campbell Ray, what's going on? Good to see you. Wealth Generation Strategies. Love to hear your spin on shorts. Here's my thought on shorts. For me personally, I really focus on YouTube specifically. And what I'm trying to accomplish is I want to put my energies towards live streaming once or twice a month and then craft and create shorts to grow my channel. But I'm focused primarily on long form content. And my question for anybody is, what do you think about shorts? What do you love to create? How do you want to build your channel up? Because one of the things to consider is that, sure, we all want to grow, but if you do end up growing because of shorts, you might find yourself, well, I feel like I need to continue publishing shorts, especially for creators that are coming in, right? They're just starting. I would say choose one medium that you love more, long form or shorts, and stick with that until you see some success. So for me, I totally am excited about publishing shorts, but I like to do it through Opus. So that's my thought. And one of the things you might be thinking about, my friend, is, well, I've seen a lot of videos. In fact, I kind of just like to share how I feel. And I get ticked off these days. I might be getting a little bit older and crotchety, but I get disappointed in some of the content where I see people making such black and white statements on YouTube, like, oh my God, shorts are going to kill your channel. And I grew a channel, but I couldn't grow it with long form video, and shorts are bad. I personally, I don't really buy that. For me, what I think is, when you strive to publish long form content and you get good at that, you can grow through your long form content. You can connect with your audience through live streaming. And you can also grow through shorts. But I don't think that if you start growing because of shorts, you might have a problem transferring over to long form content. I just, I don't buy it. So, but what do I know? I love how easy Opus makes it to reuse my long live streams. It's a lot of L's. Exactly. And I love people saying hi to each other. We have Susie in the house. Susie, are you still on a cruise ship? Are you back home? Boy, you're really living the life. I love it. Good to see you guys. Thanks, Brian. You're more than welcome. And if you've got a question, feel free to drop it in. Looks like we have 51 people here. That's incredible. Here's what I want to know. Okay, check this out. I want to know right now, what do you want to achieve and accomplish on this platform? and where are you at? Like, what is your overall goal? And I'll share some of my thoughts as far as what I'm trying to achieve moving forward. Um, but I would really love to, get to a better sense of where you're at in your journey and what you're striving to accomplish. For me personally, when I came back to YouTube, I kind of put out like, hey, 250,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And honestly, I'm not sure that's exactly the goal I want. And it's not about backing off the work. Like I mentioned, I filmed a bunch of videos in the last couple days, and I just published a video I spent, 10, 13, 14 days on, a lot of time, right? I spent a lot of time. But for me personally, what I really want to do is I want to really enjoy creating the content. I want to spend as much time as needed. I'm still going to, I'm not going to publish a video a month or something, because that's not really a feasible way to grow. So one of the things I always think about is, in fact, let me do this. I've got another video I'll probably publish, Notion. I've been really enjoying Notion lately. Here it says self-awareness in your journey online. And I think for me, I think having that self-awareness of where you're at in the journey and what you really want. Now, the reason I say this is I see a lot of people that want to grow on YouTube, right? I've been doing this a while. And what happens is they want to grow, but when it comes to being when you're being self-aware and also having the focus and discipline to do what's needed to make it happen, I see that's where some issues sometimes arise, because we all want to do what we want to do. We want to do different topics, different subjects. We might want to publish a video every now and then. And it does take sacrifice. And in this particular article I voice dictated this morning, YouTube video script, I love that I can dictate an article in Notion, and then I have AI rewrite it and polish it, and I make sure it sounds like my voice, which it starts from my voice. But that's something that I think is really important, is to be self-aware with what you want and what you value more. Because when we say success, do you value making what you want to make because you want to grow? Or do you value growing to the point where you're willing to sacrifice in some capacity? And a lot of people aren't. But success on this platform does take a lot of sacrifice, time, energy, topics, and so on. Kathy Mason, good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Jeremy's Closet, so happy to see you again. Super chat. Amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kathy says, I want to build a channel that has enough subscribers that every interview I do helps launch my interviewees. I think that's totally amazing. And one of the things to consider is you can work towards that, right? You can make sure that you're uploading on a regular basis, whether it's an interview, whether it's content you create, and learning about your interview process and what's needed to create great lighting and audio and editing, and how you can improve the production value. All of these things take sacrifice and time, but I gotta say, I sacrifice sleep. Yeah, I get it. Me too, my friend. I've been waking up too early. But for me, that's the thing that I think about is one, having that self-awareness to say, hey, this is what I want. This is what the kind of success I truly want. And I don't think it's ever, I just want to grow for the audience. I think, it's like, well, I'm 50-50. If that's it, cool. Then know that sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit for the growth of the channel. You might be like, I just want to do this to have fun. I don't want to worry about the audience. Well, then the thing you can't really come back with is, I want to grow. Well, you can want that, but it's going to be a lot less likely to happen until you're ready to make that sacrifice. So I hope that makes a lot of sense. And I just want to highlight Jeremy. Gang, shout out to Jeremy. Super chat. Really appreciate it. It's just great to be here live with you guys today. One of the things I have been sacrificing is I've been a little bit lazy with going live because I truly value my videos. That's the thing. That's my first love is long form videos. And I've been experimenting a lot with AI. I've actually got two videos coming out. One is, and check this out. I want to share some ideas with you, and I'd love to get your feedback. I know we have a painter in here and a lot of really artistic people that are drawing, doing cartoons, painting, whatever might be opposed to AI. For me personally, there's definitely a line in the sand I won't cross, but I'll use about anything as long as it feels like this is definitely a video I'm creating. I'm leading the charge. I've got one video coming out on how to use the tools in a really cool way and how to get better generation. And then I have another tool on how to stand out on YouTube. And I want to share an idea with you. And I probably shouldn't do this, but I kind of just like to hang out when I do these live streams. You know the video clip from Storyblocks that you've seen a million times? The one someone says mentions getting views, and you see the view counter on the bottom and the likes going up, and everybody's used it. And how many times have you seen it? I don't want to use that clip ever again. And the thing that really, really excites me is I can create content and I'm only limited by my imagination and my ability to use these tools. So, for example, I started off prompting to get a mock up of a video player, and I stuck a poodle in the middle of the video player. And then I drew some scribbles around and it looked really fantastic. And then I went to another tool. I used Pika.art, and I animated the image. And holy smokes, it looked really neat. And nobody has ever created a piece of B-roll that looked like that. And yet, goodness, like how many times? Like, have you guys seen that clip I'm talking about? I'm sure you have. Oh, thanks again, Jeremy, for the super chat. Pamela says, I love playing with AI. The legalities of how it's trained is for the courts to decide above my pay grade. Yeah, I hear you. And who's this? Susie and, oh, that's who it is. It's Ken. Hey, gang. How's the tube? Ken, good to see you. Ken, cheers to your recent video and your average view duration. That's tasty. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm really excited about with AI is that, you can really create imagery easier and you can do it in a way that is really specific to you in a way that other people probably won't use or generate. So Ken is into metal detecting, adventures in the dirt, and there'll be plenty of creators that will create assets based on metal detecting, but we can do it in a way where we're creating our own b-roll, we're creating our own images. And the thing is like when we create an image, we can edit it in a way where there's some movement, add some Ken Burns, a little bokeh, and all of a sudden it starts coming alive. And to me, that's pretty exciting. What is going on, Brandon? What is going on, dude? Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. 56 people. Wow, that's pretty good. Man, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I dig. How many likes do we got? Do me a favor, hit that like button if you like live streams. 31? No, forget it. Don't hit. We've got too many. Warning, there's too many likes coming into the live stream. I don't want to disrupt the system. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm too much. One day I'm going to grow up. It's going to be great when I grow up. Okay, let's see. 31, 43. You guys don't listen very well. Listen, I need you to sit down. Stop hitting the. Okay. No, everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be just fine. I'm sure of it. Dewey, what's going on, Dewey? Boy, there sure is a lot of buttons to hit on these live stream thingamabobs. I tell you what, if I had a couple poodles here, I could put them to work. Dewey, I'm doing well. It's good to see you. And bus driver life. I'm looking at the same AI tools for my content, especially for thumbnails potentially. Now, I shouldn't share this with you, but do you guys want the lowdown on a really interesting and creative way to make thumbnails with AI and to use some tools? Nobody's seeing the power and the potential. Now, I've been watching a lot of Star Wars essay things the last couple days. So if I say something like power, it'll probably the power. Anyway, here's the thing when it comes to thumbnails. This is going to be cool. And I think I can even share my screen. You guys want to see some of the AI goodness I've been playing with? Adulting is overrated. I agree. Don't you dare. Hey, T's hot mess. T, good to see you. I'm so excited for what's going on your channel. Congratulations. Love it. I'm playing hooky in your chat when I should be getting ready for my live thing. It feels like I'm productive, but I'm procrastinating. Oh boy. I'm not sure what to say about that. Okay, guys, let's do some fun with AI. We'll do that after I see what this one is about. Hi, Brian. Kaz, what's going on? Peace, power, and poodles. God, please make it stop. I work for a company making videos. Things are well, but my boss is a fan of quantity over quality. Ooh, dang, that's tough. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a middle ground, you know what I mean? And the fact of the matter is, for me personally, if we're not really growing or seeing the results we want, then just pushing out more content, it does work, but it only works for a very short time. And there's a huge price to pay: the effort, the time, the energy, the editing, the filming, all of that. Versus sometimes it makes sense to slow down, put a little bit more energy into the videos. Okay, here we go, gang. First off, I need everybody to sit down immediately. I'm going to start pressing some buttons. Now, it worked earlier, but I'm not promising anything, but I'm going to go ahead and I think it says present, share the screen. Now, I did this earlier and it worked, but I haven't been able to share my screen in ages. All right, here we go. Okay, so first off, can you guys see what I'm throwing down on the screen? Can you see we're in Notion right now, right? I can see it. Yes. Yes. Okay. So check this out. What if you woke up in the morning and you were thinking about the importance of being self aware, right? And you wanted to talk about how someone can kind of think about their YouTube journey and specifically success. So you start kind of just spitballing and your voice dictating all this content. This took me no longer than about 10, 15 minutes. It's a good start of a video. It's about 1,000 words, and I got some more to add. One of the things I do, like I said, is I just start off and I voice dictate. So I hit a button, I voice dictate, and I get a few sentences. Now watch this. You see this tab here? Ask AI. Improve writing, fix grammar, make shorter, make longer. And furthermore, I can go into this document and I can say something like, if I come in here, I think I can ask AI. There it is. Ask AI. Tell me about Chat GPT. Boom. AI is writing. Ba ba ba. Do do do. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't want to replace the section. So I can basically replace the section. I can try again. I can discard. So I don't need to add that in, but it's just really a nice way to create some content. How do I? There's still a lot of. How do I stop cancel? How do I stop sharing the screen? Cancel. Oh, am I back? Can you see me now? Screen sharing was canceled. It looks like we're back, or maybe not. Let me look over. Yeah, we're back. Okay, I did stop. I haven't. For whatever reason, I couldn't screen share on my Mac for a long time. There was issues. So Notion is really cool, and wow, it's really powerful. And here's what I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to create your own videos and just don't. I think most people who watch me aren't going to just hit a button and say, "Make me a video about this game." Like I think the more you invest and think and come up with a big idea, which is not the topic. The topic is really the focus of what your video is about, like using AI or understanding audience retention for YouTube, or why metal detecting in Colorado or Carolina is incredible because of what happened in Carolina. Do you know what I mean? And then going through the process of coming up with a script and using these tools like I kind of outlined. Wow. Really cool. Let's see if I can find another tool. I'm excited to show you guys another tool called Magnific. Have you guys heard about Magnific? Where do I log in? Upscale an image. Oh, I got to accept that. Excuse me. Okay, right. This looks too big. I don't want this either. I don't want this either. Oh, I'm sorry. Sharing canceled. Yeah, here we go for thumbnails. We'll talk about thumbnails a little bit now. So here's how I'm building my thumbnails, and this is what I found has worked. I actually did run into an AI tool, several. I ran into an AI tool for thumbnails that was horrible about 3 months ago. I just ran into another one, but it was a bit expensive, maybe like 20 or 30 bucks a month, which I think is again a bit expensive for what you can get. For me personally, I've been using Dolly 3, and if you're just getting started with AI, I would recommend, and you guys are getting a little bit of a sneak peek of a video that I filmed this morning and will be publishing in the next day or two. When you upgrade to Chat GPT 4, number one, you get access not to just Chat GPT 3.5, but 4, and it's really good. Furthermore, you have access to custom GPTs. So if we go back here, and I'll share my screen right now again. And let's go to, there we go, Magnific. So now this is kind of the thing that check this out. Like who's done this? Like where do I, there we go. I don't know if you can see the improvement in the resolution, but it is significant. And what this tool does is basically it allows you to upload an image that actually might be low in resolution. So the idea of this tool is that it's an upscaler. And this is how most of the people that are reviewing this tool and talking about it are seeing it. Now, to be fair, they're also talking about the really neat feature, but I don't think people are talking about it enough. And basically what it does is if you look at these little dials here, creativity, HDR, resemblance. So imagine a tool that interprets what you upload and adds a little creative freedom on top of it. And you get to decide how much creative freedom. So this is a really good example where I started with, I think this was probably like an HD image or 1920 or so. And again, it's probably hard to see, but those eyes are much more pronounced. And this is kind of a cool image I just generated using Dolly 3. So we're just kind of getting warmed up, though. I want to show you just how powerful this thing is. Now is when I'm going to probably blow your mind. Um, this is a image of Laura Croft. It is less than 1 megapixel. If you're not sure what that means, it just means there's hardly any data, and that's why it's all pixelated and it looks really horrible. Now, what I did is for this image, I asked the creativity to be a fair amount, like go ahead and change things a little bit, but I also told the resemblance to be pretty high. So the resemblance is how much the outputted image resembles the original image. So when I drag this slider across, you can see the dramatically improved detail and clarity. And now this is kind of an illustration, gaming. I had a cartoon up here, but one of the things you can think about is you can use regular images as well. Here's a few more of the Laura Croft I processed. This was a free image that I was able to generate here using a free tool, and it looks pretty good. And again, I'll talk more about the specific tools. I want to stick with Magnific right now. This is a regular image, me and my girl in Monument Valley. And this image, you really didn't see it that much, and I just think I already nailed it pretty good in camera. It was already pretty sharp. Same with this. This is actually called a Pika, and I'm into photography. Some of you know this one. I love this one because of this little gopher or prairie dog, rather. If we blow it up, where is he? Oh, there we go. Let me see if I. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. You probably can't really see him, but anyway, that's kind of the idea on this. And here's, I want to try to find one particular image. Okay, so this is for some green screen fun. You see, like you can just get really creative and think about creating something like Halloween like, and look at the detail in the moon. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's significant. And I asked for a bunch of zombies tuning in to see a famous vampire YouTuber live stream, and then I did green screen and I stuck myself in there. It was actually too much even for me, but this is kind of what I want to share, right? So this is an image where I came up with this idea, and this is what I absolutely love, that I think we can do with AI, is that this is my branding. Those of you that are subscribed know I've had poodles, and I'll say subscribe and feed a poodle, and this image looked pretty good, but this messaging here where it says AVD, that was another word. It was a typo. It was a mistypo. CTR down here, the same thing. Long watch time, views, more. And I just kind of scribbled on that. And then what can happen is you can drag it across, and it actually kind of improves the look, the aesthetics, and it upscales, which is really like when you look here, can you guys see the blue now on the poodle? I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pronounced. Man, the eyes are so much better. It's really incredible. This is a impressionist inspired image. Impressionism is basically where the artist is striving to communicate emotion over the physical world. And that is the horror of being on camera for the first time. So me upscaling some memes. And this is the one that I wanted to show you with my doodles. And this is where things get really cool, right? So okay, I stopped. So imagine you generate an image, and sometimes if there's some space around the image, you can doodle and add your own words, and then you can come into this particular tool, and we'll come in again, we'll share the screen, and there it is, Magnific. And here we go again. Now, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but let me try to blow it up a little bit. Man, all of these are so weird and wonderful. Okay, so here is my doodles, right? And you can kind of see CTR. And if we scroll across slowly, it does improve, especially where it says stand out. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's definitely a vast improvement. And man, I just think this stuff is really cool and opens up all kinds of opportunities when it comes to creating content that allows us again to stand out. So wow, that's kind of neat. That's kind of cool. And we're just scratching the surface, right? It's funny because a lot of people are like, I'm just not sure about AI. Help me understand. That's a big percentage of my audience from what I can gather. I would say 30 to 40% are like, I'm pro, it looks pretty good, but still a bit unsure. And then I would say maybe 20 to 30% are very much opposed to it and it triggers them. And I had someone leave a really horrible comment, but honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm like, I responded I was like, it's too bad you couldn't communicate that in a respectful manner, but here we are, it's the internet and on we go. So yeah, I removed the comment. I banned the person, Hudson Vintage. I just don't want to see that moving on. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with AI. I've got, like I said, I got two videos. Kind of, I'll walk you through. I'll show you examples. The other thing is, when we start applying basic editing. So if you've ever heard of Ken Burns, film creator who does a lot of documentaries, and he works with a lot of really old imagery, and you can't, what do you do to make it a little bit more engaging? You slowly pan in, you zoom out. So when you take a tool like Magnific, where you can upscale all the way to 10K, well, now I can push way in and there's still a ton of detail and it looks really weird, whiskers and hairs or whatever it is. So yeah, that's called Magnific. It's really very, very cool. It's spelled, if you just search for magnific.ai, magnific.ai, really need to get my affiliate links working with that particular company. I love affiliate marketing and I promote and share what I believe in as an affiliate. And I think you guys should too. You're welcome. Let's see what else. Let's see. Here we go. Genealogy dude, I think the cutting edge for AI imagery properly. Most AI products are bogus junk, but you have found the correct method for making it work well. Yeah, I think it's just about using it like it is. We're just creating imagery. That's it, and video. And I've spent way too much money, so well, you don't have to, because when I review these products and services now, I'll have some ideas as to how to save money, what to buy, what not to buy. Magnific it's their pricing is ridiculous. I think it's $30 a month at the lowest level, and that's all it does. Which again, I think there should be a $12.95 tier per month kind of a thing, and you should be able to buy credits. Magnific.ai is the tool I just showed you. That is really, really cool. Yeah, it's really like, for me personally, I just love content creation. Like, I want someone to watch my thing and be really enthralled and engaged. And I've come close so far in the last few months, but I know I'll hit it. I haven't done it yet to my satisfaction, but I did it in the past when I was really committed. And I want to ask you right now, how bad do you want that to happen? For me, I'll be honest, I'm more interested in my own personal journey with content and seeing where I can go than just views alone. But at the same time, they matter to me. And I know that when I get better at my videos, my views go up. So that's what I've taught in my coaching program for many, many years, right? Is that it's really about learning about becoming a great content creator. I have respect for people that use AI in appropriate way. Yeah, exactly. I think, just saying, give me a video on this topic is not really the way to go. I think we got the name of the tool all set. Ken Burns is all I can strive for. Yeah, but here's the thing. That is a great tool to emphasize pay attention for the viewer. When you zoom in, right, that tells the viewer to pay attention. When you've got a lens that blurs out the background, what does that do? It puts all the focus on the individual. I was watching an essay on Euphoria, and the director of that movie really loves to use incredibly shallow glass, which means that very little is in focus. But when you do a portrait of someone, when you zoom in, and almost like literally their ear might be out of focus, but their nose is sharp and you can see the eyes. All the viewer attention is straight on that particular character. And that's the kind of stuff that's exciting for me. Is this clickbait? Probably. If my rule in 2024 is if you're thinking it might be clickbait, it's probably clickbait, but maybe that's okay if you enjoy the content you clicked on. Hey, what's going on? Living life with Judith. Good to see you, Judith. So nice to have you here. Judith, I want to thank you for all the nice comments on the channel lately. Really appreciate that. Captain Price, what is going on? There's always hold the thought moment of there's always hold that thought moment of when it's worth the time. Yeah, exactly. No, what I just showed you is expensive. Like I said, it's $30 a month. Here's the thing. Most stuff when it comes to AI is paid, but a lot of these programs do have free trials, or they do. So I guess it's not, I wouldn't say everything is paid, but a lot of tools are paid, and some of the functionality that you may want, it is paid. But here's what's important. There are workarounds and there are things you can do. So in other words, another tool I use is a Pika. Have you guys seen Pika? Pika.art. And I'll sign in and I'll show you some of my generations. So Pika is basically where is my profile? Is this where my videos are? No. Where are my videos? I guess, are they gone now? Seems like I should have some. Okay, but meanwhile, you're live streaming. So let me show you guys this one. I've been using this for whatever reason. I can't find my images, and come back here and present, screen share, Pika. So Pika is interesting in that you can actually use this tool for free, and it allows you to let's do a prompt. And we'll talk about prompts a little bit. So let's do what kind of image should we create, gang? Or I guess it's going to be a video. Actually, let's do this. If we're going to do it, I think we should just do it. Chat GTP. Hopefully that works. Okay, let's see where I'm at with this. Now we're back there. Okay, so let's start here. Give me a subject for an image that we should create, and let's see if we can make a cool piece of B-roll for a video. And I'll just go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I'm here so you can start. I just want to thank you, Arnie, for taking the time to come in. We've all been waiting patiently for your arrival. Thank you so much. PixArt. Yeah, Miss Valentine. PixArt is probably great. I think I've used an app that sounds like that, but who knows? It could be a website. Pancakes. Snow Day. Little Poet is here. Oh, Little Poet, you're the best. Everybody, Little Poet is a great YouTuber. Pay attention to what she's doing. She's really smart. She does great content. I love slow motion snow. In fact, I don't know if you've seen any of my, my videos, Little Poet, where I'm doing. That's it. This is what we're going to do. So here's what we're going to do. It would be easy just to say, give me an image based on a snow day, but let's try to come up with a really cool looking image, and let's try to tell the tool exactly what we want. So think about a happy bunny on a snow day. Okay, no more subjects, but we're gonna do bunny because bunnies are cool and I love wildlife, and we're gonna do snow day. But now we need an art style, right? Okay, so there's my boy. Go ADHD DA. I can't talk very good, but I can high five my pal. Good to see you, John. Another amazing YouTuber. Gang, we need a style or type of art. So think Pixar, Disney. How about impressionism? That would be cool. What about Gothic? Now that would be weird. We could do a were bunny in the snow. Oh, see, this is how much fun we can have. Poodles, what? Okay, no, we decided. Now, poodles, you guys are making it hard for me. Poodle, no, we need an art style. We're going to do bunny in the snow. Here's what I can share. So what was that website I came up with? Studio Binder art styles. Okay, check this out. If you guys, and we're going to come back here and I'm going to share the screen again. You know, steampunk, maybe steampunk. Oh my God. I'm not sure about steampunk. I get a veto. This is my show. But now here's the thing. I heard Judith, I said, we got a class. I need everybody. We have a bunny. The bunny's in the snow, and now we're striving for art direction. Okay. Pay attention and smash the like button if this is fun. And we have 62 likes. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back here. Minimalism. Okay, maybe minimalism. And I'm going to hit this button. There's so many. You guys have no idea the stress I'm under right now. So here's what I've been doing, and this is kind of a cool workflow. So art styles explained. You have to think we want to try to give these AI tools the information that will allow us, to get something back that looks like something we'd enjoy. So if I scroll down, we've got avant-garde, Bauhaus, classicism, or whatever that word is, installation art, Gothic art. I created some really interesting Gothic imagery. And what was cool is I even got imagery back based on almost the same character. Like, it was stunning. It looked so neat, like big church in the background, full moon, candles. It was great. Kinetic art, Dadaism, Romanticism, street art, post-impressionistic, class, we're Picasso. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so now now that we got that figured out, stop stressing. I'm just Steve, good to see you, Steve. Steve says Picasso, and Picasso it is. Okay, so let's see. Man, there's too many things to show you guys. I need to stop. So here's what, did you guys see the art thing? The art, did I show you that? Man, hopefully you saw that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to ChatGPT, and I'll come back here and I'm going to say present, and we're going to go share screen. And now there we go. ChatGPT. Yep, I said it right. Okay, so now we're on ChatGPT 3.5. And if you're just getting started and if you start spending some money on this stuff, I would say this is a great place to start with when it comes to your hard-earned dollars. You can upgrade to Chat GTP 4 for 20 bucks. And what it does, it also gives you access to Dolly 3, which is a really high level AI art generator. And more than that, check this out. So this is Chat GTP 3.5. So this is 4. So it's smarter. The writing is better. And check this out. This is my own GPT based on my channel and how I write and whatnot. So if I say create an article based on my writing style, with the topic of getting more views. And that's it. So here's the thing. I've trained this GPT with my own oh God, it's pretty good. Jesus. Hey, YouTubers. And I would never, oh my God, I would never say this stuff, right? But it's a good starting point. It's your go-to guru. Are you kidding? I hate that. I'm just a guy that wants to make stuff. So now it's kicking out. And sometimes last time I did this, it literally said, hey, poodle posse, or it said something about poodles because I upload my own scripts after I write them into this GPT. Now, the other thing you have access is when you pay, you get access to all these custom GPTs. So there's some on writing, there's some on productivity. Right here, we have Canva. There's all this stuff. If we search for YouTube, that can analyze thumbnails, give you feedback. It can help you on thumbnails. It can create a transcript. There's a lot of things that these tools can do. One of my favorite is Super Describe. So what we're going to do now is we're going to generate a 16 by 9 image of a beautiful snowy day with visible snowflakes falling with a cute with a little bunny near a tree, and I think that's good enough. Now, so far what we've done is we've got 16 by 9, which is the resolution we want. We've mentioned a beautiful snowy day. We've mentioned the bunny, and it's also near a tree. Now I'm going to say with the art style of Picasso. Did I spell that right? Doesn't look like it, but oh God, help me. Let's do this. Copy, open up a new tab. Oh, I did spell it right. Okay, back here in Chat GTP. In the style of Picasso with not overly saturated colors. Beautiful, and I misspelled that too, but hopefully we'll get beautiful scenic view. And I misspelled that as well. Scenic, okay, great. So now, so the idea of this is you can actually upload an image, you can generate your own images, and a lot of what I've been generating has been based on this tool, and it's really very good. Some of the times it gives me back images where only the center unable doesn't, oh, because of oh dang it, because of Picasso. So what we'll do is, I believe that's Impressionist. Is that right? Okay. We'll say that that's Impressionist. I think that's correct. How do you upload an image? You just click a button on that upload interface. So right here, you see the paperclip. You just click there. Ah, there, and it did exactly what I said. So now I'll say, this is great, but fill up the entire frame. That looks wonderful. I love that, man. And now we'll get another one here. Now, if you sit here and do this all day, eventually it'll say, okay, you're using too many resources. You need to take a break. But I get enough done and it's fine. I can usually generate probably like 20 and then I need to take a break or something. But generally speaking, this is my process. I'll start here. There we go. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. So now let's go ahead and save image as desktop. We'll do one bunny. Okay. And we're going to save it to my desktop. Okay, so now we have an image of our bunny. Now we're going to go over here to Pika, and I'm going to come back here, and I have to push some more. If I had some poodles with me right now, it'd be a lot easier. I just hope you can appreciate the challenge I have with all these tabs and buttons. Now we're on Pika, and here's what I've learned. I have created some really fun. The imagery has been so awesome. And what I've learned is there are a lot of issues with video when it comes to AI, but here's what's really cool is the technology. I think it's way ahead of what we have access to. There are some tools you can download. It's open source. It's free, but you need a really powerful computer, and it's really complicated. Like I'll probably dive in a month or so, but it looks crazy. But here's what's going to happen is that technology is going to hit the web in 6 months from now, and you're going to be blown away. Maybe a year, but I'm going to guess 6 months. So now what we can do is we can come over here and we can look for our bunny image. Let's just see if we can find it. If I click. Okay. Save image as, I thought I saved it. One-bunny. Oh, it's there somewhere. I'm just not seeing. Oh, let's just do this. There we go. Where did you? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. What are you guys seeing right? Okay, we're still on Pika. Okay. So we're back on Pika. There it is. And now I found my image. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to just see how well this does. And you can start with an image, or you can just prompt for a video. And I found if I start with an image, the output is better. Furthermore, the more specific you are with your prompt, the better you're going to do with both images and video. And when it comes to people, the less you try to animate a face, the better, or even movement with humans can be really challenging. So I'm going to say snow falling. I'm just going to say snow falling. I'm going to keep it really simple. Now, another thing we can do is we can come in here and we can add parameters. So this is the seed right here. The seed is based on the image we're uploading and the prompt we're creating. So if you create something you really like, you can actually save the seed and use it later. Now, consistency with the text is set to 12. I usually kind of keep this in the middle or so. And I actually found if you put in something like no morphing or flickering, that can help. But the more you add, sometimes that actually degrades the image I get back. The other thing you can do is you can come in and this little icon, I don't know if you guys can see it, where I'm hovering over it now. It says motion control, and that controls the strength of the motion. And if it zooms in, tilts, pans, zoom. And so right now I can say, give me a lot of motion, But the more motion I incorporate, the less likely I get something back that I would consider usable. So I'm just going to keep this at 1. And now we'll just go ahead and I'm going to click generate. Okay, so here you can see some of my images that I've generated. I'm a kid, so there are my bats with a TV for Halloween. Um, this one was really fun. I really love this one. And another thing I'm doing is I'll actually take this and I run it through Topaz Video AI and I upscale it. I add sharpening, and I can reduce the flicker. This one I thought was really fantastic. Like I was blown away. Like, I mean, that's, to me, that's good enough. Like there's not a lot of morphing. And I think part of the thing we have going for us, it's a pretty simple image. So these are a few. Oh, and this is probably one of my favorite animations. And again, what I asked for was just pencil moving and handwriting. And because of that, I didn't get any morphing, a little bit in the pencil, but the face looks fine. And I think it's plenty usable. And I just think it adds a lot to, I've got the YouTube play button. Here's another interesting little secret. I mentioned with the thumbnails and whatnot, what I'll do is I'll get these images back, and sometimes the outer edges won't have things in them, or they'll be real grayscale. I'll say grayscale. Hey, what's going on, Big John? Good to see you. And I'll actually paint in a little bit of the YouTube play button, or I'll just use my iPad. I guess it's upstairs, and I'll add a little bit of color where I want it. So I'll say grayscale with a hint of blue. And it just makes it really interesting to move forward in that way. So if we come back now, let's see what our video looks like. I'm curious. Looks pretty good. So the bunny is not moving at all, but oh, it is. I think the bunny moved its mouth. Oh yeah, just a teeny bit. So if I want, what I can do now is I can come in and I can click these little buttons and I can upscale, which will take it to 4K, I believe, or almost 4K. I can add 4 seconds, but it's never really been that great for me. Let's try a little bit more bunny hopping, and let's see what that does. So we'll generate another one. And this is basically some of the ways I've been generating content myself, is just using, I think this one was upscaled. This one was pretty good. And again, there's not a lot of morphing. There's a little bit of flickering. You can see it right here. But overall, I think it looks plenty usable. And like I said, a lot of the flickering is gone in some of these other models that you can download and use your own tools, but a little complicated. So pretty awesome. We'll go back and we'll see how our little bunny came out, which is pretty awesome and fun to do. Okay, I need to go back here. There we go. Yes, AI is often laughably inaccurate. Totally agree. Yeah, but here's the thing: the more you're specific in what you want, and the more you know the limitations. Like I've learned that the limitations are in the face and things moving around. A diamond ore. I got a fuzzy carpet-like rock. Yeah, exactly. It might not have enough data on that kind of a thing. You know what I mean? But you still might be able to find and generate some things that work well. It's just a matter of working with things moving forward. Jester's sketchbook. Yes, they are too weird to be AI created. Yeah, they can definitely be weird for sure. A lot of people don't like it. That's okay. We all get to, move forward in the way we want. You can use Pika for free. Yes, there is a free version. You can upscale. I don't think you can add 4 seconds, but I never add 4 seconds anyway. You do get a watermark, so that's pretty good. Let me go back. I'm just going to see. Oh, this one turned out. Man, that one turned. Let me show you guys this one. This one, it turned out really nice. So Pika, great, share. And so here we are. And Look at the bunny's moving just a little bit. It's not great, but it's, I mean, I don't know. I think you could make some really fun, creative little storybook videos, music. People are using this for music videos. There's a lot you can do. And I haven't even I could upscale this to add more clarity, but that's pretty good. So, hey, what's going on? JD, what is happening? Good to see you here. Just got a TubeBuddy update that YouTube is cracking down on AI videos due to copyright and fake news issues. Here's the thing: I saw that YouTube video from TubeBuddy, and I've covered it twice, but they're not going to crack down on how I'm showing you right now. They won't. In fact, YouTube is really pro with AI. They're incorporating more AI tools into YouTube. Pretty soon, you'll be able to test out and try different thumbnails within YouTube Studio. I think there might be some ways that it actually even generates it from YouTube. And the YouTube Studio will give you recommendations on content it believes your channel will do well. I think there's a lot of ways that we can use this technology in an ethical way, and we'll be absolutely fine. What they're trying to come down on is people using it in a way that's just kind of hollow and whatnot, you know? Yeah, it looks pretty good, right? I mean, it's pretty interesting. And again, the thing I want to share, the thing that I'm excited about is we're really, really early. 2 years from now, what these tools will be able to create is incredible. So a lot of people are spending money, and I do too. I use stock B-roll, but like I'm so tired of seeing that video clip, the same video clips from so many different channels, and this is a way we can stand out. Yeah, they're cracking down on videos that are all AI generated. Indeed. Yeah, exactly. Needs to be ethical. Shopify YouTube shopping partner, and they just launched a Google tool for AI backgrounds of product images. Man, that's just, I mean, it's interesting. And some people are gonna struggle, and some people will have, it's gonna go in a direction where I think some people will be impacted, but we have a chance to be at the forefront and to use these tools. They're not going away. And I feel bad for those people, but overall, I mean, this is just the direction it's heading. So, what about pixels for image? Uh, yeah, anytime you have a good image and you like the image, you can use it with Pika, absolutely. And furthermore, I'm pretty sure they do video to video. So one of the things that I've done a little bit, did I do that? Yeah, I actually have done it when I transformed into an elf. Did you guys see Hudson Vintage saw a video of mine from about 6 weeks ago? I transformed into an elf. I was playing with some AI stuff, and that's how I did it, right? I basically took footage of me, I incorporated, overlaid multiple videos, and got in too deep. Indeed, indeed. Well, gang, it is good to have you here, and I really appreciate everybody stopping by. If you guys have questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Like I said, for me, it's really fun to be feeling like myself again, and I just needed that time away. I was away from YouTube for a long time. Oh wow, is it that delayed? Let's see. Okay, I got one of my screens as my live stream on YouTube, and it was from about a half hour ago, so it kind of threw me. But looks like we're doing good. Oh, thank you so much, Jester Sketchbook. I really appreciate that. It's great to be back. Um, I've been a creator all my life. I've written books, I built websites, I've done marketing with self-publishing on Kindle. I have done affiliate marketing. I have done so many different things in terms of creating content. And the biggest thing I want to share with you is if you want to grow, the more you can focus on creating great content and what viewers deem as great content, the better off you'll be. Which I know it's like, well, how do I do that? But what I just shared right now is a great way, right? Use AI, learn your video editing. Don't just make a gameplay video, Ninja Gamer, but create something based on story or do a tutorial or make a history on. I want to watch a video essay on the history of DayZ and how it came to be. There's a few that are like that, but not quite. I don't have the knowledge and the skill, but holy smokes, I think that's such an amazing topic. I would love to watch that. I'm a gamer myself. I haven't gamed in probably 6 months, but I still watch some stuff on gaming because I like that culture. Kathy, thank you so much for the super chat. You are too kind. $5 super chat. You are more than welcome. Thank you for the help. Truly my pleasure. And T's Hot Mess, thank you so much. So good to see you in your mode. I'm glad that your time away served you well. Taking a break and regrouping has helped me too. Here's the thing, one of the things I really love about going live, and it took me a little bit of time. I've been just kind of focused on publishing videos and filming and editing and doing all of that. But I love going live because one, I can do this. I can cover subjects a little bit easier. And one of the subjects I want to mention is everybody's quitting and the idea about being consistent. I think it's really, really hard for the vast majority of YouTubers who have put themselves out there on this platform in a big way, who have grinded it out, who have published hundreds of videos. At some point, you come up against the wall, and it's like, it's all consuming. It really is. YouTube can be, all consuming. When you're not working on a video, you can be thinking about a video. When you really want to grow, you have that drive. Okay, I'm backing off the pillows a little bit. Ooh, did you guys? Ooh, did you guys see that Elgato flash? Hopefully everything stays good here. Looks like we're doing okay. But it's so very challenging, to constantly be pushing to grow and to create great content. And for me, the way I've been thinking about it lately is I want to leave a body of work that I'm proud of. I want to share and do what I can to create and just, I don't want to say inspire people to create because I need to inspire myself. I don't want to tell anybody how to do anything, but I do share ideas and people do pay me for coaching and whatnot. But the idea of like, you got to be consistent. I think it's more about when you get to a place when you really want to grow, YouTube has to come very high on the list. I was going to say first, but you got a family, they come first. But it's a job. When you really want to grow, I think when you approach it from, I'm going to give it everything I can because that's kind of what it takes, you'll be far more likely to win, and when you push that hard, sometimes you need to take a step back. I'd say 2-3 times I've gone really, really hard for 6 months, 5-6 months or so. I think one time I did it for 3 months, and it really boosted my views, gained me an audience. I learned so much, and that's a great thing you can do to make it happen. But when you're done with that, you need to, again, take a step back and regroup and just participate in life in other ways. And for me, when I went through my period, I needed to do that, and it's funny because the thing I was still doing was creating content. I was out doing wildlife photography. I started another channel that is monetized. It's probably not making a lot. I probably need to publish a video over there. Oh, goodness. That's one of the things to think about, is having multiple channels. Wow. Now your channel can be demonetized if you don't publish within a 6-month period. So something to think about, well, I want to do multiple things. That's cool. But again, I think this is kind of where earlier I was talking about being self-aware, knowing where you're at, knowing what you're good at, knowing what you can improve. And I think when you just ask yourself, like, get in touch with the reality of this content, what is needing improvement, you'll be more likely to make that happen. Having that self-awareness is really the first part. And then the second part is having the discipline and the focus to make it happen. Because you're like, well, I want to create a video about this. My channel and my audience is over here. Like, that's the thing that can be really challenging. Tia, thank you so much for the super chat too. I really appreciate everybody here. And obviously it's just, it's really great to see those super chats and see everybody here. And thank you for the likes and the comments. 51 people here, 75 likes. So the thing I really just want to share with you is that when you need a break, take it, but try not to lose sight of what you truly value and what you want the most. Because when we try to have it all, often we don't get any of it. You know what I mean? If you try to do 100 things, well, I want to do this, make this video for me. That's cool. Do that. If that's what you really want to do, I encourage you to do that. But when you also want to grow, trying to find that balance, that's what makes YouTube hard, I think. You're welcome, Ninja Gamer. Cheers. What's up, Doc? Random Video Circus. Cheers to you. Fun community here. You know what? The thing that I love about YouTube community is we all overlap, right? If I go and hang out in Nick's stream, I know a bunch of people. People come from Nick's stream over here. Daniel Battelle, D, Roberto Blake, guys at Think Media. You know, we're all pals. And sure, it's competition, but at the end of the day, you know, everyone's really friendly. And it's a lot less about competition, honestly. And it's more just about, it's really a race against yourself. And again, this is something that, if there's anything I can share that I've learned from my journey, is that the only person I'm trying to compete against is myself. That's it. And I'm trying to value where I'm at with my journey alone. That's it. If I look and think, well, dang, you know, years ago I was able to drive 6,000 views in 24 hours. That's true, but that's not right now today. And I need to focus on now. Camaraderie. Indeed. Facts. Susie in the house. Here we go. Any advice on how to grow a home tour channel using images, voiceovers, and music? First off, I want to encourage you to use your own voice. I just want to encourage you to do that. Now, you're going to decide whether you're going to do that or not, but there's a lot of value in having great communication. And the more you do it, the closer you'll be able to be with having a voiceover that really resonates with people. As far as growing a home tour channel, I don't understand the value in that. I think what I would do is try to get clear on what is the value in a home tour channel. Like, what can you add on top of that? How can you make it interesting, engaging? What is it about the houses or the homes? Is it one home? Like, I'm not really clear on that, but the more you look at the foundations of great videos, because here's the thing, it's all the same. I know we all want detailed information about not just our own niche, but our own channel. But the fact of the matter, the structure of what to do is the same. If you're doing a channel based on home tours, you still have to edit the video. So edit it better. Spend time learning your editing. Add in multiple images. Learn about panning and zooming and music and make it engaging. Think about a title that's interesting. And again, I would encourage you to do a voiceover or figure that out. Because that's really an important thing to focus on, because it can hold the viewer, right? We want to have a guide to walk us through the video. It's why documentaries have a voiceover. It's why when we go to a movie, it's not just Luke Skywalker, right? It's Obi-Wan Kenobi being the father figure, guiding him through, right? So when we're in our videos, we can guide the viewer through and explain and teach and share and inspire and educate and entertain, vlog, whatever you do. But all the pieces are the same. So if you're doing gaming videos, I see we have, uh, hey, Steve, take care. Good to see you, pal. When we have gaming videos, you can record gameplay, and not just any gameplay. You can think about the best moments, or you can strive to do something interesting and different. You know what I mean? Why not create a documentary in an open world? Don't just play the game, like create a bunch of footage and tell the story and come up with your own crazy story. Like, to me, that's where it's a lot less about being a gamer and it's much more about being a YouTuber. And when it comes to home tours, again, same thing. Think about how to create high level videos, because the elements are always the same: voiceover or not, music, editing, lighting, imagery, story, titles, thumbnails, topics that people are passionate about, and so on. Yes, yes, a voiceover is so powerful. Exactly. Like, listen to Little Poet. She's crushing it, you know. She's got a big audience. And I'm not sure, but Little Poet, I think do you film with a camera now or using your iPhone? Because like um, these phones are plenty good enough. Like for me personally, one of the things I did in the past was I went down this rabbit hole of wanting the best equipment, and you don't need it. You really don't. Now, here's the thing: successful creators upgrade and they spend a Canon 90D. Man, I love that you're using a Canon 90D. And see, I knew it was a Canon 90D because I'm a camera guy. I do wildlife photography and macro photography, and I'm shooting with an A7S III. It's great in low light. It's very sharp. You know, that matters. But you know what's interesting? It's not nearly as important as a great voiceover, and just video content with this and a great voiceover would crush a video without a voiceover. So again, if you don't want to do it, don't, and you still can grow. But again, try to get creative with the ways you move forward. Welcome back. Been enjoying the increased openness and sharing of yourself in your most recent videos. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. You know what's interesting is I really did. I feel like I shared a lot and I was open in the past, but at the same time, probably not as much as I thought, because I do these live streams, I do share. And obviously, when you're going through a messy divorce and when life is getting hard with your partner, that's challenging. It's not the kind of thing you're going to really focus on. Um, yeah, so I felt like I needed to tell that story, and I'll probably, what I'm planning on doing is making more videos talking about my journey and coming back and whatnot. But it's not going to just be, this is the journey. It's going to be whatever I'm excited about and passionate about, because for me, I think that is what is most important, is that as a creator, you are inspired and excited about what you create. But at the same time, again, we need to balance the audience and your want and need of growth and publishing what you want. The fact that successful YouTubers are here listening to Brian's advice says everything. Uh, oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I mean, why do I keep saying I mean? I don't know what I mean. I guess the thing to think about is there's a lot more to this platform than numbers alone, and they matter to me. I want to increase my numbers. Hey, Tia, T, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. But there's a lot more beyond the numbers alone. And I think in the past I demonstrated like I've done it. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest too, like my desire today to be on YouTube is a little different than it was 4 years ago when I was at my height, because I did get the silver play button. I've driven millions of views, and now I want to do it, but I want to do it for the creative reasons and for why I want to do it. Hey, the Artist Haven is in the house. What is that happening, my friend? Good to see you. I started with what I had, and as money came in, I've been able to upgrade. There you go. That is such a great way to move forward. Oh boy, I can't keep up with all you people. You're amazing. For me, when I started with a phone purposefully to demonstrate that like it's good enough to grow. And videos I filmed with my phone got hundreds of thousands of views, almost 1 million even. And today there are still channels that use just an iPhone and they're crushing it. But the content is good. The storytelling is good. The audio is good. The editing is good. Like you can capture footage and that's all you need. You need footage and an audio. That's it, right? Audio, video, that's it. Hey, John, is it John? I think it's John. ADA Trips, what's up? My friend, good to see you. Brian has built a community. You know what? Honestly, the way I think about community, and I kind of alluded to this before, is I think this is a shared community. I didn't build this community. That people like to hang out here, and I'm grateful for that. But people hang out with Nick. People hang out with Dee and Daniel Battelle and Roberto Blake and Think Media. And people are going to go and absorb information from different sources. They're going to buy coaching from different people. All of that is awesome. Do you know what I mean? I think when we think about it as we're all in this community and people come and go and check out different people, it's just kind of a healthy way to think about it. Yeah, brain is stuck. That happened with Nick today too. Was Nick live streaming today earlier? Good to see you, Kathy. Yeah, someone, when it comes to authenticity, I think it's really interesting. And I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and there's a few different angles, right? One is I see these videos like the Mr. Beastification, which is true. And I've never been one to watch videos about like, I gave away this much money or I bought a house. And I think Mr. Beast is amazing. I shook his hand. I met him at events. I love what he does. It's not for me, but I think it's, I can respect it. It's awesome. I like deeper story driven content. I like insightful content. I like watching my peers that have risen with me. That's what excites me about YouTube. And I think when it comes to authenticity, there will always be a place for people that share their journey on this platform. The good times, the bad times. Who's the huge dude? Sam Sulek. I think his last name is Sam Sulek. Like no thumbnails, really long, not a lot of post-production, but he really does well with what's most important. And that's his ability to communicate in a clear way. And that's what draws people in and sticks with them. Oh, you're too fun. You're too friendly, my friend. You're too kind is what I'm trying to say. I've been a busy boy today. I've filmed 2 videos, had an interview, had a brand meeting, and then now I'm live streaming. But this is all good because I like to live stream and hang out with you guys. You're an OG. You're the OG of growing YouTube, true and down-to-earth advice, and I love that from you. Thank you so much. Amazing yacht destinations. Wow, talk about cool visuals. I can see it already. I've done some sailing in my day. Did some regattas. That was fun because it was a windy day and people needed extra weight on board. So no one's going to talk about that bird back there. Yeah, you got to kind of share. I like birds. I think birds are cool. Like that's my wildlife kind of shining through. I guess John's going to mention the bird. I started with a Logitech C920 and an LG K7 or something like that. I live streamed every day for over a year. Oh my goodness. You got it bad, girl. I love that. Tube Spanner. Is Tube Spanner in the house? So many folks are quitting. I don't think I mentioned this before. I've seen a lot of discussion about this, and I should make a video. It's never enough time to make all the videos. For a lot of people, YouTube can be so all-consuming. We think about it, we spend time, or if we're not filming a video, we're scripting, then we're filming. For me personally, I'll film often and never use the footage. Like I said, Nick was on Tube Spanner today. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kathy Fit. Hey, Miles, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. I think that quitting thing is just when it becomes that, you know what I mean? When it's a big machine, when I think of game theory, film theory, Matt Pat, I have such respect for him. I really like his videos because they're very well produced. They're very well thought out. They spend 40 hours per video on average. And the last video I published, I spent probably about 25. It's really easy to put in a lot of focus and effort into a video. Now imagine doing that across 4 channels. Now Matt's got a huge team working for him, but think about it. That's a video a week. That's 4 videos a week because 4 channels, and he's doing the voiceover. So that's not the life I want. It's not. I don't want to be sending messages. I want to be a creator. I want to think of this as art to me. That's what matters. That's what makes me excited. Now, I think it's cool what Matt does. And like I said, I love his videos. They're so inspiring. But man, that's got to take a toll. You know what I mean? And at some point you have to get off the circus. You got to take a breath. Who's the older dude that talks music, really gray, early 60s, good looking dude for his age, my age. He talked about how he doesn't really struggle. Like he's been on the platform many years. He's been publishing all this content, but he says, one of the things I do is I make what I want to make. And I think this is important. And for some creators, what they really want to make and talk about, there's an audience for. And furthermore, the more you do grow, the more you can kind of publish a little bit outside of that spectrum of what your channel is about. And people will still tune in when you're on camera or when you do your own voiceover, because that gives people a chance to get to know and like you over time. So that's how you can move forward. You know what I mean? And is it Rick? Rick is the dude with the gray hair. Rick, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, and he was talking about this, and the way he was talking about it sounded to me like he has this ability to not overproduce his content. Sometimes I do that too. Sometimes it's really simple. I come up with an idea, I'm on point, I step in front of a camera, I'm done in 30 minutes, I spend 4 hours editing, and I publish. And I bet sometimes Rick does it even faster. And if you do that once a week, maybe twice a week, that's not easy. And it takes a lot of time to learn that, but it's different than what I was talking about with what Matt's doing. That's a whole nother can of worms. That is a business. That is an organization. That is a flow chart of people and email chains. And what did you get this? And we need assets here and cut the video. No, so I think it's so easy to see how people need to take a break. You know what I mean? So for me, when I did that, it was really great to find myself again. Another thing, what I learned was you just need time for yourself when life is really sucky. Another big channel, Tech Lead, is quitting too, says JD. Creator Classroom. That's like the video I filmed yesterday, 2 hours total for film and edit. 2 hours. Yeah. So for me, a fast video for me will probably be 3 to 5 hours, typically more around 7 to 8. And now and then I will put in a lot of focus and attention. And furthermore, here's the other thing. And this is weird, right? Because it slows me down and it's made it more challenging for me, but it's allowed me to grow. And that is, I'm always trying to learn and evolve. Like I mentioned, green screen, filmed 2 videos 3 days ago. The takes were good. I was on point. I sounded good. I didn't like the way the green screen looks. The lighting is good. I don't know how to put it together. And furthermore, I like the way this looks. I know how to do traditional backdrops, good lighting, key lighting, good audio. And that's my comfort zone. And I'm like, not good enough. It's not up to the body of work that I want to leave behind, film it again. So I filmed it this morning. I started editing and I should be done with one of those videos in maybe an hour, 2 hours. So that will be about a 3 to 4 hour video, which is cool. 40 hours per week, 1 day off, film, edit, 6 days a week, 40 hours a week. Little Poet is publishing some really cool kind of artistic videos in front of the camera, sit down, chat with her friends, lots of viewers, lots of engagement. I think she's doing okay with the YouTube paydays. I don't know if I can say that. I hope I'm not in trouble. But it's really rewarding, but there's a price to pay. You know what I mean? Gang, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Well, it bought me a house. Not too bad. Strange things have happened on the internet. I got a payment from GoDaddy, I think a day or two ago. I think it was $1,600. And check this out. If you're wondering if it really is possible to make money online, and if you want that, if you want to make money, if you want to go full time, do me a favor. Try to believe it's possible, because it is. And the more you align yourself that if somebody else did it, well, then I can do it too. And the more you can try to disassociate with your own kind of physical being and how you think about yourself and just see yourself as an employee and like, just go do the work. Shut up and go do the work. You'll make it happen. So I got this payment from GoDaddy based on something I spent about 20 hours a while back. Spent 20 hours, got a payment a few days ago for $1,600 or so. And I've been getting a payment from them every single month. That is crazy, because I built this little asset of mine, again, in 20 hours, and I built it in 2010. 14 years of serious paydays every single month. It's not like, you can't live off $1,600, but when you start adding these things up, right, Ken MacArthur? Don't think I didn't notice you, my friend. Well, then over time, they do add up. So the thing to think about is when you really want it and you get really clear on what you value. Well, I want to make this thing I want to make, or I want to grow, right? When you really want to grow and you start building for the audience, and then you get really specific about valuing all the things that drives YouTube success, like a great story, a great voiceover, great editing, great lighting, the ability to communicate clearly on camera or a live stream, and you keep stepping up to the plate, sooner or later, it's inevitable that you start seeing small bits of success. It's unavoidable, but only if you believe. Can you dig what I'm throwing down? If you can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a hell yeah, that guy's on something, but that's okay, and I want a piece of that too? Yeah, because for real, if I did it, anybody can do it. I'm just goofy enough to keep trying. And I'm goofy enough that when people made fun of me, and they still do, and it sucks, but I keep getting up. Because when you keep getting up, when they knock you down, you're going to have your day someday. So, gang, thank you so much for stopping by. Nothing but peace. Say it with me: peace, power, prosperity, progress, poodles, and pixie dust.